One of the biggest total fucking waste of time exercises that there is as it relates to building muscle is the overhead squat. So the first thing I'm going to say before I even get started is that if you do CrossFit or Olympic lifting, the overhead squat's not a total fucking waste of time. The overhead squat is a tool like any tool. So like a paintbrush is only good for painting really, you wouldn't use it for anything else. So as it relates to CrossFit and Olympic lifting, you would use the overhead squat to practice positional strength of the snatch, which is an Olympic lift that's also included in CrossFit, and you can use the overhead squat in drills to better learn the Olympic lifts. You can also use it to improve the mobility of your upper back and your shoulders, but there's a lot of things that you can use for those purposes as well. As it relates to building muscle, however, the overhead squat's a total fucking waste of time, and here's why. One of the things we've looked at so far in this series to determine whether or not an exercise is useful or useless, direction of effort, direction of resistance. If these two forces don't oppose each other, total fucking waste of time. But even if they do, as they would with an overhead squat in which the direction of effort is up, direction of resistance is down, it doesn't mean that the exercise is going to be beneficial for you. So one of the equations that you want to look at if you want to build muscle, load times time under optimal tension. The greater load, the greater time under optimal tension, the greater growth response you're going to promote. So why would you pick a squatting pattern in the first place? Probably to load the quads, the glutes, and the hamstrings. So if the purpose is to impose a demand on those muscles, wouldn't you want to perform a variation of a lift in which you can increase the load and the time under optimal tension the most to promote the best response from your efforts? Why would you want to hold the bar overhead? You're not increasing the demand on those specific muscles by doing so. In fact, you're lowering the demand on them because the amount of weight that you're using is now half as much at best as what it could be if you just dropped the bar into your back. So it's for these reasons that if your goal is to build muscle, the overhead squat is a total fucking waste of time. It's a complete inefficient way to use your energy, and you're not going to maximize your return on investment of time and effort by doing it. So some people say, well, it looks really hard. Well, yeah, heroes do a lot of hard shit. Remember the definition of a hero? Train more, suffer more, minus results. You want to be a hero, you want to do things that are hard, you want to work harder than people, you want to spend more time in a building called the gym that you'll never get back in your life and have absolutely nothing to show for it, then include the overhead squat into your strategy. You want to build muscle, you want to increase the load times time under optimal tension, drop the bar onto your back and do some fucking squats. If you like the information, share it, click the fucking button at the bottom, subscribe to the channel, I'll keep bringing it.